Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Sonics, my NBA franchise here on NBA 2K22. Today, we're going to continue the regular season here in year number 5, and so far, it's been a pretty good start to the year. 20 games in, we're 14-6, half a game behind the number 1 seeded Minnesota Timberwolves, who we beat in our season opener. Of course, we've seen some big changes around the league this year, mainly the 20-second shot clock. That's led to more fast-paced play, more scoring, and overall inflated numbers. There have been a lot of teams who have been surprisingly good. The Boston Celtics at 18-1, the Magic at 17-4. Those two teams were not supposed to be playoff teams this year, and they look like two of the better teams in the league. They currently are the two best teams record-wise. We've got some historically bad teams too, like the Montreal Royals, who have only won 1 game so far. The big storyline last episode was the injury to Buzz Wigginton, who hurt his wrist. When he's been healthy, we are undefeated, but when he has been off the floor, we are under 500. Currently, Buzz is not the only player who's been very good this year. Oscar J. Basilin is averaging 28, 7, and 5. Kyril Story's playing well. Josh Giddey's averaging damn near a triple-double. And then Chance Dumas, Lorenzo Lawson, and Uzoma Chukwuemeka are also averaging double figures in the points category. So, of course, we're going to be playing 3 games today, as we are for every regular season episode this year. And I really want to play the Magic. I mean, they're 17-4. I wanted to get a look at them. They traded for Saddiq Bey in the offseason, and it seems like their team has been flipped on its side. Their 2 top scorers are Bey and Jalen Suggs. They have former number 2 overall pick Diami Christensen, who is the player drafted directly after Buzz Wigginton in the very first draft of the series. Right before our game, the Magic offered us their best 2 centers, Miles Burrow and Yusuf Nurkic, in exchange for Oscar J. Basilin. That's cute. Then the Hawks offered us Anthony Davis for Oscar J. Basilin. I guess that offer is better than Orlando's, but obviously we are not interested in trading Oscar anytime soon, as he is a franchise cornerstone and will be extended probably for the max contract in the offseason. So here we go, Sonics and Magic in Orlando. We're at the Disney World bubble, so I guess everything that happens here is fraudulent and Mickey Mouse, right? There's a quick 3 from Oscar J. Basilin to quickly put the Sonics on the board. 5-3 your score. Here's Jalen Suggs, former Gonzaga Bulldog, drives inside past Josh Giddey. Suggs, the 5th pick in the 2021 draft. Giddey selected right after him at number 6. Here's Giddey, of course, in his first year as a Sonic, over to Oscar J. Basilin at the top of the key. It's been really nice having an elite playmaker like Josh Giddey be able to find all of these fantastic scores on this roster. There's Cairo Nirmane for 3, former Texas Tech player. He is a native of England and has developed pretty well for the Magic as a former first-round pick. As Nirmane fools Oscar J. Basilin, hits the 3. Orlando leads by 1, 11-10. Despite not being the best team on paper, clearly this Magic team fits together, and their lawn rebuild is finally gelled as Buzz slams it home for the lead. 12-11 your score. Here's Oscar J. Basilin, looks to drive to the side. He has an open man. It's Josh Giddey, the Australian native, with his first points of the day. Giddey never really shot the 3-ball in Oklahoma City. We've let him be a little bit more 3 as a scorer, and I think that's really helped him. Nice catch-and-shoot 3 for Saddiq Bey, as it's 15-14 Magic within 1. Oscar J. Basilin misses the dunk. Orlando quickly in transition on the other end. Nirmane, he's blocked by Giddey, and it's out on Orlando. What a great defensive play by Josh Giddey, showing that he's not just an offensive passing machine. 15-14. Nirmane is blocked again by Giddey. Gets it back, makes the layup. Good second chance points for Cairo Nirmane, but Josh Giddey, man, he is flying around the floor today. 15-16, Oscar lobs it up for Jalen Smith, the free agent signing from the Golden State Warriors, who throws it down with a one-hander. 19-16, Oscar with another screen. This time he keeps it himself, shoots the top of the key 3, his 3rd triple of the quarter. Seattle's now on a nice little run. Oscar looking for more as he posters Yusuf Nurkic. What a nice slam dunk for Oscar J. Basilin. Of course, the Magic offered Nurkic in a trade for Oscar. I really hope they didn't think that was going to get accepted, because if they did, they are on crack. 24-20, Lawson now with the slam. It's very fun having arguably the 2 most explosive guards in the NBA, with Oscar J. Basilin and Lorenzo Lawson, who are unbelievable in-game dunkers. 26-22, time winding down in the first quarter. Schroeder over to Diami Christensen, who's been a bench player for the Magic. Hits the fadeaway at the buzzer. Christensen's been one of the best bench players in the NBA this year. as he makes a nice shot to end the quarter. In the second, quick block for Uzoma Chukwumereji on the alley-oop. Then on the other end, it's Kyril Story who hits the mid-range jumper. The Sonics are such a good team in transition, off of turnovers, off of missed free throws, you name it. Suggs' shot is blocked. I think it was Story who got a hand on it. Then on the other end, Josh Giddey looks to bring it himself. He has Story open for three. Kyril Story with 5 quick points in transition here in the second quarter. Giddey pump fake in the corner for Lorenzo Lawson. The Sonics offense is on fire to start the second. They have their biggest lead of the game at 10. 36-28 now. It's an 8-point game. Here's Chukwumereji over to Kyril Story. Story fools the defender and throws it down. Great slam dunk by Kyril Story, who blew by Aaron Gordon. Speaking of Gordon, he's got the basketball here, tightly guarded by Story, and Gordon gives Orlando a much-needed bucket to bring the lead within 6. 38-32, here's Josh Giddey, gets the screen from Reddish. Giddey looks to drive inside. He's going to keep it himself and throw it down on the one-hander. Nice slam dunk by Giddey. It's back to a 10-point game. Buzz Wigington now with it. He drives to the lane and throws it down with a nice two-handed punch. 44-32. Here's Miles Burrow, another native of Australia, over to Dennis Schroeder, the German-born point guard, who lobs it up for Miles Burrow, the fourth-year center, who has done really well for the Magic. Very good rebounder, very good interior defender. Oh my God! Oscar J. Basilian with an unbelievable slam, cocks the ball back and launches it in. Oscar with another throwdown. 46-36. Fadeaway three ball is good from Jalen Suggs, and that'll bring the lead down to 7. Sonics immediately after look for 3 of their own. Step back, splash! 16 in the first half for Oscar J. Basilian. He leads all scorers. 51-39. The Magic looking for an answer late in the half. Jalen Suggs hits another 3. 51-42. Very low-scoring first half. We'll see if Seattle can add on a buzzer beater. Oscar, step back at the buzzer. No good. It goes off the back iron. 51-42, your score. With teams scoring consistently in the 130s and 140s, it's honestly a little bit refreshing to see a defensive battle. Oscar leads the way with 16 points. For the Magic, it's Cairo Nirmane with 12. The Magic scored only 18 points in the second quarter. Seattle's defense playing very, very well right now as Nirmane opens up the third with an open mid-range jumper. Poor defense from Oscar J. Basilian, who looks to respond on offense, and he gets a nice mid-range jumper of his own. Oscar picking right where he left off in the first half as it's 53-44. Oscar J. Basilian with the step back on Bay. Another step back. Boom! Oscar just plays so smooth. I mean, he is one of the most gifted scorers in our league right now, as Lawson has it stripped away from him by Gordon. On the other end, Diami Christensen in the corner for Cairo Nirmane, who hits the 3. Orlando within 6. Suggs, that's the buzzer, no good. Burrow rebounds it. He has it stripped away by Buzz. Who's going to end up with it? It's the Magic. Burrow somehow gets it back inside with the layup. That was maybe the weirdest 10 seconds I've ever seen, but it works out for Orlando, forcing Seattle to call a timeout. 63-55. Suggs is denied. What a block from Buzz. Orlando gets it back. Nirmane wide open for 3. And again, the Magic with extra effort to get the ball back, and it pays off as we are now within 1 score. 63-60. A beautiful lob from Christensen over to the big man at Jimbo Jenkins, and we are within 1. 63-62. Christensen blocked at the rim by Lorenzo Lawson. Big block for Seattle on the other end. Lawson over to Chance Dumas. Huge 3 for Seattle. They need some momentum. They're not playing very well in the third quarter. 66-62. Here's Oscar. Fadeaway. Bucket. And count the foul. It's Kip Lester who is called for the shooting foul. Seattle's right back up by 9 points. 73-64. Oscar inside for Cam Reddish. The pick and roll is working so well. Regardless if you have someone setting a screen for Oscar, he's either going to find the open shot or find the open teammate. Oscar in the corner for Dumas. Seattle with their biggest lead of the game at 12. A huge run late in the third from the Sonics. 78-66. Nice shot from Sadiq Bey to bring you within 10. Seattle looking for a last-second shot here at the end of the third. Half quarter from Oscar J. Basilian is no good. Most of that quarter, Seattle did not play well, but they went on a huge run late to take a 10-point lead as we go to the fourth. Buzz is the mismatch, guarded by Jalen Suggs. Goes with the left-hander, and it's good. Buzz has been fairly quiet today, 14-3-4. Not his best game, as Jalen Suggs drives inside, gets the lucky bounce, and the and one. It's Dumas Called for the foul, and Orlando's going to bring you within single digits. 82-73, Kyril Story, step back. Beauty from Kyril Story, who's also been quiet today. He now has 11. 84-73, Story with it again, doing his signature mid-range step back. Again, nothing but net. Kyril Story is such a great mid-range shooter, and he's been phenomenal in that area since his rookie year, and he's somehow gotten even better. Nurmane blocked by Story. Magic gets it back as Jalen Suggs heaves the fadeaway shot. Again, a great second chance play from the Magic. 86-79, here comes Josh Giddey inside. Giddey with the reverse slam. He's doing a little bit of everything tonight. 9, 7, and 6, a typical Josh Giddey stat line. 88-81, here's Suggs, step back on Buzz. Oh, what a beautiful play from Jalen Suggs. And now the Magic are really making some noise late. They're only down by 6. Here's Aaron Gordon inside, guarded by Dumas. No good, grabs his own rebound and ferociously throws it down. Aaron Gordon, a former Slam Dunk Contest participant and should be Slam Dunk Contest champion. Great ball movement by Seattle. I think that was Giddey with the double team. Somebody's open. It's Dumas who hits the 3. 93-86, 4.5 to go. Inside, it's Jalen Suggs. No good. Rebounded by Burrow, who gets the dunk, and we are within 5. 93-88. Buzz with the screen from Story. Buzz inside with a one-handed slam. Although Orlando's making a nice little run here in the fourth quarter, Seattle is maintaining a comfortable 2-3 score lead. Deep 3 for Cairo Nurmane is good. The deficit is within 3. 95-92, Oscar J. Basile back in for the Sonics. He has a game-high 25 points. Oscar inside, wide open lane. He goes for the light one-handed dunk. There's nobody inside to dunk on, so he's going to do something a little bit quieter. 99-94, not a lot of time left on the shot clock. Saddiq Bey with the screen. Bey, deep 3 is good. Saddiq Bey brings the game within 2. 99-97, Seattle looking for an answer, and they're going to get one. Oscar J. Basile with another 30-point game. And Seattle is up by 5. Under a minute to go. Here's Jalen Suggs with the crossover. Suggs with the and-one slam. A huge dunk for Jalen Suggs. It's Chukwuemeka called for the foul. Suggs would miss the free throw. We go to the following Magic possession. It's a 3-point game. Here's Nurmane inside, guarded by Story. His shot no good. Rebounded by Burrow. Burrow back out to Nurmane for the tie. Won't fall. Good defense by Seattle. And now the Sonics are going to look to dribble out the clock. The Magic surprisingly don't go for the foul. Here's Oscar J. Basile at the screen from Chukwuemeka. Looking back inside for Uzoma. It's tipped and intercepted by Jenkins. On the other end, here comes Jalen Suggs. His layup no good. Rebounded by Buzz. He is fouled. The Sonics are not yet in the bonus, so they're going to have to inbound it with 8.7 seconds left. No funny business. Just give the ball open to probably Oscar J. Basile, who you want shooting these free throws as they try to get it to Oscar, and it's intercepted! Oh my god, the Sonics completely blew that with 8.6 seconds. The Magic now have an opportunity to tie the game here on a 3. Jenkins on the inbound. He gets it to Saddiq Bey in the corner for the tie. Bang! Saddiq Bey ties it at 102 with 6.3 seconds left, and now the Sonics are going to have an opportunity to win the game. Obviously, Oscar J. Basile's the closer. He's probably the guy we want taking the shot, but we got to get it to whoever's open. I mixed up the lineup a little bit. We put Lorenzo Lawson in the game at point guard. Giddey moves up to the 3, Story up to the 4, and Buzz up to the 5. But again, we want to get the ball to Oscar J. Basile. Story on the inbound, gets it to Oscar. 5 seconds left on the clock. Oscar's going to hold it. Screen from Story. Here's Oscar J. Basile, heaves it up at the buzzer for the win. It's good! Oscar J. Basile wins it for the Sonics as the boos are raining down. We're going to have a review on this play and see if it counts. That was so close. He got that off in the nick of time, and as we look at for review, yeah, that shot's off. That's your ball game, folks. Oscar J. Basile wins it for the Seattle Sonics at the buzzer. The initial call on the floor is that the shot did not count, but I can only assume it will be overturned.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The shot is rightfully overturned, and the Sonics take this one 105-102 with a game-winning shot from Oscar J. Basile at the buzzer. I've got to give the Orlando Magic a ton of credit, though. Not only are they a really good basketball team, but after Oscar hit that shot, the boos were so loud. It felt like a playoff game. I mean, the Magic fan base has been waiting for a really good team for upwards of a decade. They finally have one. That's a passionate fan base and a really good team. I'm pulling for the Magic to do well in the Eastern Conference. Kyron Normane and Jalen Suggs played very well, but they could not stop the beast known as Oscar J. Basilin with 33-6 and the game winner at the buzzer. Buzz, Story, Dumas, and Giddey also in the double figures as well. So that's going to bring us to our next game, and we actually have the St. Louis Spirits on the calendar within a week or so. It seems like the easy choice to play against them. We played them last year in the finals. They're really good once again this year, but I decided we're not actually going to play against the St. Louis Spirits. The next day, we played the Pacers, and I really wanted to make it a point to play the Pacers this year because they have a really fun young team. This is the only time Indiana's on the schedule this entire year. As for St. Louis, we play them again later in the year, so I will make sure to play that game and play this one here against the Pacers. They're a good team, and they've got a really fun young core. They've had two very high draft picks in this series, Apollo Steele and Jazz Jackson Jr., both of whom have really developed into star-level players. They have a great core around Steele and Jackson. Guys like Wendell Carter, Malik Beasley, Marvin Bagley III, former Sonic, Kyrie Parker. He was a mid-second round pick. Guy averages 19 a game now. Cole Wagner Jr., another really good player as well. So we're going to simulate these next 4 games against the Grizzlies, Pelicans, Wizards, and Spirits. We win the first 3, but lose to St. Louis. So the Spirits get revenge from the finals last year. I'm pretty sure this is the first game that Buzz Wigginton has played in all year, and the team lost. So that'll bring us to this matchup here against the Indiana Pacers, a good, young, fun team in the East. But before the game, we got an interesting trade offer. Lorenzo Lawson to the Rockets for Isaki McDaniels and a first-round pick via the Nets. I'm not going to do it because I see Lorenzo Lawson as a future superstar, but that's an interesting deal. McDaniels is a good player, and that Nets pick probably will be a top 10 pick this year. The Nets are really, really bad. I said no because Lawson's really good, but it was an interesting idea. So we're going to hop into this game here against the Pacers. Here's Jazz Jackson Jr. blocked inside by Story, but the Pacers get it right back, and Kyrie Parker hits the 3. Parker's bounced around a little bit. He's played for the Sixers. He's played for the Celtics. But he's really found a home here in Indiana as the third scoring option. Buzz Wigginton hits the top of the key 3 as we are tied up. Now it's 7-9. Here's Apollo Steele, former 3rd overall pick out of Creighton, also in the Buzz Wigginton draft class. He gets it to Cole Wagner Jr., who hits the 3, a player we really like coming out of Texas Tech. And I'm happy to see that he's blossomed in Indiana. Buzz Wigginton with another 3 off the screen. He's got 8 of Seattle's 10 points, off to a very hot start offensively. Here is Jazz Jackson Jr., top of the key 3. Jackson went to UCLA, the same school that Oscar J. Basilin is from, and Jackson has some similarities. He's a little bit bigger, maybe not the athlete, but as a scorer and as a playmaker, his numbers are quite similar. Nice 3 for Kyrie Parker. Look at the score. Indiana's leading by 8. Here's Wagner over to Parker to Steele. The Pacers are putting on a passing clinic right now as Kyrie Parker gets the slam dunk. It's 20-10. Indiana is dominating out the gate here against Seattle, who is looking to get back into the game with the second unit, and along with Josh Giddey, who gets the slam dunk. Hopefully Seattle can get on a nice little run. The offense has started off slowly. The defense hasn't been playing well as Malik Beasley has it stripped away by Giddey. On the other end, here's Lorenzo Lawson with it. Lawson is going to get it back out to Giddey, and his heavily contested double-teamed shot is good. 14-20. Giddey making some plays here on this nice little Sonics run as he gets it for a wide open Lorenzo Lawson, the 5th overall pick out of the University of Nebraska, who hits the 3. 17-20 now. Lawson again with it. Tries to drive inside in the corner. Dumas, bang! It was just 20-10 about a minute ago, and now it's tied. The second unit really playing well for the Sonics, and this game is tied up, but not for long. Malik Beasley, bang! What did Malik Beasley do to Larsa Pippen? They banged! I know I've made that joke before, but I don't care. It's funny. 23-20. Nice slam dunk for Lorenzo Lawson, and the deficit is within 1. 22-23. Jalen Smith, hook shot no good. Grabs his own rebound over Zeke Naji and gets the putback. Tough play there by Jalen Smith, and Seattle leads by 1. Giddey out to Dumas. Dumas for 3, won't fall. Rebounded by Indiana, but behind the back pass is unsuccessful from Naji, and Seattle is going to capitalize as Cam Reddish hits the layup. 26-23, time winding down in the quarter. Here's Lorenzo Lawson, calls for the screen from Reddish. Lawson inside, step back at the buzzer, won't fall. A pretty bad quarter at the beginning for Seattle, but they go on a big run 16-3 after the timeout. That's the run Seattle's on right now, and they're not going to show any signs of slowing down with the starters back in. Kyril Story hits for 3. It's now a 19-3 Seattle run. Make it 19-5 as Oscar gets it in the corner for a chance. Dumas, an and 1-3. Rule number 1 of defense, don't foul the jump shooter. Rule number 2, don't let him make the shot. Both of those things just happened. 33-25 off the steal. Oscar Jabus-Seelan from way downtown. What is happening? Indiana led by 10 5 minutes ago. Now Seattle's up by 13. Story with the screen from Uzoma. Inside, back out to Chukwuemeka. This is unbelievable. The Sonics cannot miss on offense, and they cannot be stopped on defense. It's a 32-5 run. Jackson makes the shot, but it's an illegal screen on Apollo Steele. Nothing is going Indiana's way right now. Here is Trey Mann, sinks for 3. Finally, Indiana makes a shot. Mann's having a great year off the bench. Another 6th Man of the Year candidate, but he gets blown by Oscar Jabus-Seelan, who throws it down with the one hand. Oscar hasn't even been all that impressive during this run. He's had a few shots, but hasn't been crazy so far today against Indiana. Trey Mann, nice shot, beats the shot clock buzzer. Sonics down by 12. They call a timeout. It seems like the Pacers are starting to play a little bit better. Indiana's finally awoken here in the second quarter. They're looking for more, though, as it's Marvin Bagley, the former Sonic, who was the starting center in year number 2. He was Buzz's front court partner when Buzz was a rookie. Nice step back 3 for Killer Cam Reddish. 49-34. Here comes the Pacers running the break. It's Kyrie Parker inside. Nice layup from Parker, who has impressed me today. I mean, he's a legitimately good player. Hard to find guys like him in the second round who are not just contributors, but good NBA starters. Malik Beasley hits the corner 3 as it's 51-43. Indiana's starting to look a lot better. They have certainly put themselves back into this game, but Seattle's not really going to stop this offensive hot streak. Kyril Story hits the corner 3. It's 54-45 here in the end of the half. Lawson with the screen. Lawson drives inside at the buzzer. It is good. Lorenzo Lawson makes the layup, but we're going to have to see if it counts. Looking at the replay here, I don't think this is going to count. Lawson kind of goes for a pump fake. He probably shouldn't have done that and still has the ball as the clock hits 00. So this layup will not count. 54-45 your score here at the halftime break. Again, it's been a defensive battle here in the first half. Seattle leads by 9. As we get to the third quarter, both teams have led by double digits today. Indiana looking to get back in it as Apollo Steele opens things up with the 3. Although Indiana really struggled in the second quarter, they certainly played better as it went along. Jackson with a nice pass back to Steele, and the Pacers are on fire to open up the third quarter. The deficit within just 2 points. Seattle looking for an answer. Here's Buzz Wigginton, another 3. Buzz is really shooting the long ball well today. That's his 3rd of the game. 57-52! A 360 windmill for Kyril Story. It does not get much better than that. A beautiful slam as Kyrie Parker tries to defend it, but he can really only watch in awe. It almost looked like Parker might have grabbed Story's arm. You could argue that should have been an and 1. 59-62. Here's Cole Wagner Jr. over to Apollo Steele again. Steele was quiet in the first half, but early here in the second half, he's already got 8 points here in the quarter. 59-55. Story inside over to Josh Giddey. His three-pointer will fall. Giddey with 11. And Seattle's offense is now starting to play better here in the third. Oscar posters Apollo Steele. What a slam dunk for Oscar Jabus-Seelan, annihilating Steele. The Sonics currently lead this game by 7. Here's Wagner inside for Bagley, who's denied by Uzoma Chukwuemeka on the other end. Dumas with a beautiful dime for Oscar Jabus-Seelan, who gets the ball to toilet roll in. Seattle now with 69 points. Nice. Seattle looking for more, however. Oscar Jabus-Seelan hits another one as that hits the back of the net. And the Sonics are back up by double digits. 72-61. Oscar on the screen. Oscar with the slam. Oscar Jabus-Seelan started the game off pretty quietly, scoring the ball, but he has been great in the third quarters. It's stolen by Lawson on the other end. Lawson to Oscar Jabus-Seelan again. The Pacers cannot stop this man. They can only hope to contain him. 15-point lead, and it's not going to stop here. Dumas blocks Beasley on the other end. Lawson to Oscar Jabus-Seelan again. Oscar with 17 points in the quarter, and it's a 21-point lead. Here's Dumas. Step back. Ooh! Nice move by Dumas. He's got some bag. in his offensive game. 83-65. Lawson's pass is intercepted. Indiana on the fast break. Here comes Jazz Jackson with it. Draws a double team. That leaves Beasley wide open in the corner. And Malik Beasley will make it a 13-point game now. 88-70. Oscar J. Basile, open three. Hits another one. Oscar with 20 points in the quarter. And Seattle leads this game by 16. 86-70. Now 88-72. Here's Wagner inside. Will not hit the shot. Grabs his own rebound. Over to Jazz Jackson Jr., who hits the three. Nice shot for Jackson. Selected a few spots ahead of Kyril Story in the second draft of the series, as Lawson gets it over to Dumas. Step back at the buzzer. No good. And that'll wrap up the third. Great quarter for the Sonics. It started off slowly the first couple of minutes, but they really dominated the last 7 or so minutes as we now go into the fourth. Lorenzo Lawson will start us off quickly with a contested three. He's got 8 and 7, doing a good job as a scorer and a facilitator on offense. 14-point lead for Seattle. Lawson is going to draw the double team. That means somebody's open. It's Kyril Story who sinks the triple. Nice shot for Story. Now 100-81. The Sonics not letting the pedal off the metal here in the fourth. They are shooting the lights out of the ball as Story hits another one. Now it's 103-85. Kyril Story off the screen. Story, his third three in the quarter. Big fourth here for Story. 106-85. Seattle up by 21 points. Indiana's got to hit their shots. They've really got to play perfect from here on out as Parker hits the three on the other end. Oscar, step back! I think he might have broke Cole Wagner's ankles. Beautiful three from Oscar J. Basile, and it's back to a 21-point lead for Seattle. Indiana's not going to quit. Apollo Steele, who has not missed a field goal all day, hits the triple. 111-93. Seattle looking to finish this one off with the dagger. Pump fake over to Giddey. Time winding down on the shot clock and the game overall. Giddey to Oscar J. Basile. 35 for Oscar. I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. 123-100 is your final. A big win here for the Sonics. This game was a little bit, I would say inconsistent early. One team goes on a big run, the other responds, but really in the second half, Seattle was the significantly better team, and they take this one home pretty comfortably as they beat their Eastern Conference foes by 23 points. Overall, I thought the team as a whole was really good. There were some very bad moments in this game, but for the most part, we played well. 27 off the bench for Malik Beasley. He led the Pacers in scoring. Apollo Steele with only 19 points. He only took 6 shots, though. Perfect efficiency. I wish he shot the ball more because I thought he was really good. Jazz Jackson with 18. Parker 15. 9 and 13 assists for Wagner. As for us, Oscar J. Basile with 37. Big fourth quarter for Kyril Story. He finishes with 22. Buzz, Giddey, and Dumas in the double figures. Lawson close to a double-double. So we've got a couple interesting games here to start the New Year's. So we're going to simulate through the 31st. We've got 5 games against the Cavs, Thunder, Spurs, Lakers, and Nets. During the sim, I did get some more trade offers for our core players, such as this one, Kyril Story, and a first-round pick for Scotty Barnes. No. Then Josh Giddey sprained the left knee. That's not good. We're going to be without our best playmaker. So Oscar's going to run the point. Dumas will join the starting lineup. And during our sim, we ended up going 4-1. The only game we lost was against the Lakers, which I believe was the game that Josh Giddey got injured. So we've got these 2 big matchups against the Nuggets and the Lakers, who are both really good. The Lakers are second in the conference. The Nuggets are third. We play the Lakers again in 2 weeks, so my thinking is play the Nuggets here, play the Lakers in the next episode. Despite being the second seed, the Nuggets roster on paper isn't that impressive. Their best player is Michael Porter Jr., is averaging around 30 a game. They've got other guys like Fred Flame, who's really breaking out. Former Sonic Emmanuel Quickley, who signed with Denver for a bigger role, and he has certainly done that. Evan Creed is a talented center, averaging 14, 6, and 6. Pretty much baby Jokic. This is a very deep roster, but they don't really have elite talent other than Michael Porter Jr. I was looking through their starting lineup. They have Fred Flame, Michael Porter Jr., and Evan Creed coming off their bench. That doesn't make any sense. So I edited it a little bit. I figured, you know what, they're winning, so maybe I shouldn't change it. But in order to have the funnest game possible, I want their best players on the floor. So Evan Creed is starting. Michael Porter Jr. is starting. Fred Flame will be getting more minutes, but he will still be the 6th man because he's like a perfect Lou Williams style of microwave scorer. Quick 3 to open up the game from Oscar J. Basile. That was fast. 3-0 lead here for Seattle. Oscar, of course, running the point as quickly as blocked by Chukwuemeka. Gets it back and heaves up the 3. Emmanuel Quickley, the NBA champion who won a ring as one of our key bench players a season ago, loses it on that possession. On the other end, Kyril Story, deep 3 is good. 5 quick points for Kyril Story, and it's 8-5. Here's Emmanuel Quickly, who has doubled his points per game from 10 a year ago to 20. Inside to Evan Creed. He's got some good touch around the basket, along with being one of the best playmaking bigs in the league. As I said, pretty much baby Jokic. Chance Dumas with the block on the other end. Here's Kyril Story again. Wide open 3. He's got 8. Seattle looks good early, even without their best playmaker, Josh Giddey. We've built around adding playmakers on the roster, so even without Josh Giddey, we have a bunch of guys who can set themselves up, like Oscar J. Basile dunking on the big fella, Andre Drummond, but guys who are really good passers for others. Andre Drummond at the line misses the free throw. Seattle is so good in transition off of free throws as Oscar has it inside for Lawson, who makes the layup. We might just play Hackett Drummond the entire game. Just foul Andre Drummond, hope he misses the second free throw, run the fast break, get an easy bucket, because we run the floor better than anyone. There's Cody Zeller in his 11th year in the league with the dunk. He looks like he's about 55 years old, but he's still hooping. Jalen Smith hits the 3, not known as a perimeter shooter, but you got to respect the shot. He can really space the floor. 24-19, very low scoring first quarter. Both defenses, particularly Seattle's, playing very well. Here's Oscar at the buzzer, won't fall. Seattle's offense not looking great, but Denver's offense has been, quite frankly, even worse. This is Michael Porter Jr.'s first game back from an injury, so he's taken a little bit to get himself back together as Denver opens up the second quarter with a quick 3 from Fred Flame, a real Six-Man of the Year candidate, averaging over 23 per contest, and he hasn't started a game all year. Lorenzo Lawson hits the 3. That'll put Seattle back ahead, 27-24. Here's Flame in the corner, and the Nuggets are really shooting the ball well. That's Emmanuel Quickly, who hits the 3. We are knotted up at 27. Now Seattle is the lead, 31-29. Here comes Kyril Story on the right wing. Throws it down. Kyril Story switches from the left hand to the right hand and slams it home. Seattle up by 4. Here's Victor Oladipo having a really nice resurgence here as the starting point guard at the Nuggets. Hits the triple. Even though he's not as good of a player as Fred Flame, he doesn't get as many minutes as Flame, but he is the starter at the position as Buzz Wigginton hits the 3 off the catch. One of the best shooters off the catch in the league, and his 6'11 frame certainly doesn't hurt. Here's Andre Drummond, guarded by Smith, inside for Michael Porter Jr., who throws it down on Buzz Wigginton. Porter, of course, as I said, first game back from his injury, still taking some time to adjust. As here's Oscar J. Basile in the corner for Kyril Story. Oscar has really taken the role as the primary point guard today, and he has ran with it. He's our leading passer today. He's got to have about 6 or 7 assists at this point. Yeah, he's got 6 with only 5 points as Porter hits the reverse layup. Denver keeping this game competitive. They are within 5. Oscar with the screen from Buzz. Back out to Buzz. His three-point shot will fall. Oscar could have easily driven to the basket, but he really wants to focus on passing the basketball today, and he's doing a great job of that. Gets the screen again from Buzz. This time keeps it and slams it home. Oscar now with 7 and 7. It's 48-40. Here's Williamson with it. Gets the screen from Zeller. Guarded by Story. Williamson's going to look to heave it up at the shot clock buzzer. Nice shot for Drew Williamson. 48-44. Jayshawn Tate with the ball. Gets it over to Fred Flame. His three-pointer is good. Fred Flame's got the frame thrower. He's also soulless. He's a ginger. 48-47. Tate inside makes the layup. The Nuggets with their first lead of the game. 48-49. Seattle looking to get this lead back. Story gets a screen from Smith. Story inside makes the layup. I thought he was going to dunk it. 15 first half points, a team high for Kyril Story. Seattle quickly looks to get a shot off. Story step back at the buzzer. Count it! Long 2 for Kyril Story. He has 17 points as we wrap up the first half. The Sonics lead by 3. Seattle's defense looked very good in the first quarter. Slowed down a little bit in the second, but still a good start defensively. Emmanuel Quickly, the former Sonic, headlines it for Denver. He's got 8. So here's Devin Vassell, the free-throw line. Misses the second one. You know what that means. Seattle's going to run the floor. Oscar with a dime for Kyril Story. Story's got 20. Oscar's got damn near 10 assists. He actually does have exactly 10 now. As here is Victor Oladipo. Draws the foul. Gets the and 1. The 4th foul of the quarter by the Sonics, and we're just over a minute in. That's pretty wild. 57-53 off the and 1. Oscar pump fake his pass intercepted by Porter. On the other end, Porter gets it over to Creed in the corner of a dime for Emmanuel Quickly. who quickly hits the three, pun intended, the lead within one. Good start to the quarter here for the Nuggets. Here's Kyril Story over to Oscar J. Basile from way downtown. Oscar hits the three from Curry range. He's now got a double-double, 10 and 10. 60-56. Here comes Victor Oladipo. Pump fake in the corner. Heavily contested three will fall for Emmanuel quickly. 62-59. The Nuggets shooting the ball pretty well from the perimeter here in the third. Why stop now? It's Devin Vassell at the top of the key to tie it. 64 apiece. Creed gets it back out to Vassell, looking for the lead, but he's intercepted by Buzz. On the other end, here comes Lorenzo Lawson inside for Uzoma Chukwumereji in the corner to Oscar J. Basile. Oscar focused on passing the ball in the first half. Now in the second half, he's looking to create his own shot and get open off ball. Lawson with the reverse poster slam. And now the Sonics offense is heating up. Here in the third quarter, Seattle's really looking good on the offensive end of the floor here since halftime as Oscar gets the screen. Oscar draws the double team that leaves Mysaki Moon open in the corner. Moon is getting some extra minutes with Josh Giddey out. We still run a 9-man rotation. 74-71. Oscar over to Jalen Smith. Shot clock. Jeez! Smith beats the buzzer. 76-71. Reddish back out to Oscar. Oscar screen from Reddish. Oscar at the buzzer. Some more shot clock. Jeez. What a shot for Oscar J. Basile. It's 79-73. Seattle leads with an unbelievable third quarter on offense. Oscar draws the double team again. It's Kyril Story, who now is 23. Is his three-pointer. Hits nothing but the net. 9-point game. Reddish to the corner for Lorenzo Lawson. And the Sonics cannot miss. 89-73. What an ending to the third quarter here for Seattle. They scored 38 points here in the third, as the three-point shot from Fred Flame will not fall. The Sonics go on another big run here as we wrap up the third. 89-73 your score going into quarter number 4. Oscar J. Basile quickly with the poster slam. Oh my lord. Oscar now with 18 points as he annihilates and stares down old man Cody Zeller. Oscar looking for more. Over to Buzz. Buzz pump fake to Kyril Story. Great pass there by Buzz Wigginton. He thought he was going to be open, but he dished it out to Kyril Story, who was even more open. Another screen for Buzz Wigginton. Oscar keeps it himself. Oscar creates some room. Hits the step back three. 21 and a career high 13 times for Oscar J. Basile. Now he has 23. Oscar inside over to Buzz. Buzz's shot no good. Oscar with the rebound. Putback attempt is good. The guard, Oscar J. Basile, who's rebounding the ball really well. He averages around 7 rebounds a game this year. Gets the putback. Here's Buzz Wigginton backing down the lower defender. Pump fake out to Oscar J. Basile. Oscar hits another three. This is turning into a blowout all of a sudden. Now Buzz Wigginton's putting on a passing clinic as he blocks Michael Porter Jr. On the other end, Buzz brings it up over to Oscar J. Basile. Oscar with the screen from Chukwumereji. 3-ball. I think that's the dagger. 27-point lead with 6 minutes to go. We're just going to go through the rest of this game real quick as Flame, this is the final shot. Seattle wins by 34 points. It was tied probably with 3 minutes left in the third, and then the Sonics just completely dominated the rest of the way. It was a close game for most of it, but late in the third, early in the fourth, we went on a huge run, and we didn't really look back from that. Emmanuel quickly, the leading Denver Nuggets scorer. He had 18 points. Good to see him really playing well in a bigger role with Denver. Oladipo, Porter, Vassell, and Williamson also in the double figures. As for us, 36, 13, and 7 for Oscar J. Basile and a career high in assists. He played out of his mind. Kyril Story with a 30 ball. Buzz, 16, 13, and 5. Chukwumereji and Lawson also in the double figures. So we're going to simulate these next 2 weeks, starting with this first one against the Hornets, Lakers, Suns, and Clippers. Josh Giddey is back healthy after our game against the Nuggets, but unfortunately Oscar J. Basile suffers back spasms. He can play through it, but I see no point to risk further injury. We would go 4-0 in that week with a few very close wins against the Lakers and the Suns. So now we've got 4 more games. The Royals, who are bad, the Suns, who are bad, the Kings, who are pretty good, and the Minnesota, who's very good. Oscar would return after the Montreal game as we go 3-1. We lose to Minnesota by 4, but we beat everybody else. So just over halfway through the year, we're 33-9. We had the best record in the Western Conference, 3.5 games ahead of the Timberwolves. We do not have the best record overall. The Celtics are 36-8. The Spirits also not too far behind us. We do have the best point differential in the league with the Spirits and Celtics, again, in the top 3. Definitely going to play this game against the Lakers in the next episode. We're probably going to play it against Boston too. We're going to go up to the All-Star break. So what other game do you want to see with the Lakers and the Celtics, maybe Golden State, maybe Houston. Milwaukee's a fun team, maybe the Pelicans, maybe the Blazers. Check in on DeJounte Murray. A lot of options. The awards and the All-Star stuff is now out. We do not have anybody in any of the award races except for Most Improved, with Chance Dumas in third place. Certainly well-deserved. Dumas broke out last year in the playoffs, and his play really has not gone down since then. Dumas started the year off hot. He slowed down a little bit. He's only behind two people. Armani Walker, who is injured, and Dikembe Mutombo, who is still averaging 24 a game with the Celtics. Mutombo was on our team last year. I'm really happy to see him doing well in Boston. As for the All-Star voting, you may notice we've got nobody. No Buzz Wigginton for the front court. No Oscar J. Vasilian for the back court. Buzz missed a little bit of time. He missed like 3 weeks, so I get it a little bit. But Oscar doesn't make any sense. Half of those guards' numbers are worse than his. They're just slightly better passers than him, which is stupid because we have Josh Giddey, who's averaging a triple-double and should probably be getting All-Star consideration as well. So that's going to wrap up the episode. I hope everybody enjoyed. Hopefully we can get some guys into the All-Star weekend, or else I'm going to be kind of sad. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out. Go Sonics.